Seeing as we started talking about the gallery, I'd love to know more about it. We're talking about the Ballabon Art Gallery just off Grafton Street in Dublin. Can you tell me what prompted you to actually to open the gallery?
Okay, well, I suppose I have to bring you back to when I was working in the bank. At this stage, I was working full time, expecting a permanent pensionable job in the wonderful world of banking. And then we had the financial crash in Ireland. What we called the Celtic Tiger suddenly collapsed, as it did around the world. But in Ireland, we were particularly hit bad by it. And during these years, the bank had to make severe cutbacks. But prior to that, I had already been, very much involved in the art. I already had my art dealer hat on. But the banks then said, my employer said that we need people to go, and they were offering voluntary severance packages. So I put my hand up and said, me, I want to go. And then I got my severance package. Now, having said that, prior to getting that, I'd already seen this little retail unit in the Westbury Mall, just off Grafton Street, and I just fell in love with it immediately. Now, when I say little, it's the size of a matchbox. It's like 9 square meters, so it's tiny. But for me, I said, if I can have a little unit, little shop here, little gallery here in the heart of Dublin, I'll make it work. The previous owner had been a little jewellery shop, so for an art gallery, it definitely wasn't practical, so I made inquiries about it, and I ended up renting the unit while I was still working in the bank. Now, at the time, the banks were giving also 6 months sabbaticals. So I took that and started working in the gallery and building it up. And then I had to go back to the bank, and then I employed somebody to run the gallery while I was back in the bank. And for another year, then the banks then were offering severance packages, and then that's when I went full time into work in the gallery shop. So the gallery itself, it's probably a better label would be gallery shop, because it's very, very small. I mean, it's a huge amount of art. Over 2,000 artworks. Now, obviously, they're not all fitting in the gallery. Most of it's in storage. But the gallery, it's a lovely part of Dublin. You've got Grafton Street around the corner, which is probably the heart of Dublin city.
The fact that it's so small, I guess, adds to the character of the place, right?
Yeah, it does. There's a little bit of a charm in that. And a lot of the art tends to be on display outside. I'm in a lucky position that in the shopping mall, there's a roof area into the courtyard. So it acts as a protection, but it's a little bit unique, because I don't think there's another art gallery quite like it in Ireland. I do meet a lot of tourists coming through, and there's kind of a charm that they like about it. There's also this what do you call it? There's no kind of fear. A lot of people had this fear of walking into art galleries. And it's kind of amazing, even maybe more so in Ireland than other countries, to have a gallery in Ireland, you need to be in people's faces nearly, like that they don't have to walk in the door, that you don't have to walk up a flight of stairs. And, a lot of the people that say to me, I know nothing about art, but, there's nearly like apologizing when they come in the door, or they're sticking their head in the door. You're afraid that you might bite them. There's kind of I don't know what it is with the Irish psyche, but people feel nearly intimidated to some degree with art galleries. So this would be more. You have the art there in the window and outside, and I very much encourage people rummaging through. Rummaging sounds a very kind of, you go to an old antique shop and you rummage through things. So to some degree, I have that, and I like people to try and discover something for themselves, that they might find a little hidden gem there, or a little hidden painting that they've always wanted. So in my little gallery shop, you never know what you'll find. It's absolutely everything and anything. So I like to see, that's kind of one of my, I won't call it a mission statement now, but it's one of my desires with the gallery shop is to have a bit of everything. Now, to some degree, that is very impractical because if you're working with 9 square meters of space and you're trying to bring in every style and every medium and every theme and every whatever, and you're catering for the tourists coming in, you're catering for the locals coming in, you're catering for, people who want landscapes or they want street art or caricatures or whatever it is. It's nearly trying to do the impossible, but that's kind of the way I operate.